So, selfishness seems to be the topic of my life right now. And I just made a video about it a few months ago, and here I am again. I didn't actually connect those dots until I just opened up my video recorder and realized that the first video that I made that I put on Facebook was about selfishness. So, how perfect. So this has been coming up with a lot of my clients, like almost every client, and it's selfishness and victim mentality. They're like this like intertwined best friends, we work together kind of thing. And so I've been questioning this a lot, and really one of the questions that I have is like, why are we so quick to give our power away? And where is that stemming from? So, I was talking to a friend about this the other day, and I was tuning into it, and I'm like, okay, like why do we want to give our power away so much? Like why do we love to be the victim? Like why do we love to point the finger at everyone else? And it's like, of course, like yes, we don't take responsibility for, our part in it, or um something like that. But then one of the things that came to me was like, well, we get to make ourselves really small when we do that. And when we make ourselves really small, we can like make that perpetrator, um, we make that perpetrator really powerful. And it's kind of a reflection, it is a reflection of where, we come into this world and we're like dependent on someone for all of our needs. And a lot of us, you know, I don't think any one of us had the perfect childhood where all of our needs, physical, mental, emotional, um, all of our needs were met. Like I think um, that in at least some aspects, some things are missing. So it's like when we make ourselves a victim, and we make ourselves so small that we can make someone else big again, and like that feels really good for us. That feels really safe. To actually be the victim feels safe, because like god, if we had power, like imagine what that would be like mind blown. Um so I'm wondering if this is making any sense to anyone or resonating with anyone. Another idea that I've been like playing around with a little bit is I love this, and I hope this doesn't offend anyone, but if it does, not my problem. Just kidding. Um, is our president Trump. What has he taught us? Like, what has he taught us? Um, this is something to really reflect on, because so many of us are like, we hate him, he's an idiot, blah, blah, blah. And we're so like anti this person. But if this reality is really all just a play, and, everything's just reflecting parts of us back at us, like when we look at him and we can say, this is something that one of my favorite people in the world taught me. When we can look at that person, we can say, what is his biggest character defect? And then integrate that aspect of ourselves. So, this goes along with the selfishness, because many people will refer to Trump as a narcissist or a sociopath, and like when we like chunk that down a lot, it comes to like me, like selfish. And so, what a freaking perfect reflection for where we're all at right now. Like, I think that, selfishness is coming up in my clients. I think it's coming out in a lot of people. It's coming up in me. Where am I selfish? So, basically when we look at someone, we can say, what's their biggest character defect? And whatever it is that comes up, we can then take that and say, okay, in what areas? So while we're working with reflection, one of the things that it's really important to see is, you know, a lot of the times in the spiritual community, we talk about reflection, and it's like, oh, if you don't, you hate that person, like, oh, well, they're just a reflection of you. So what do you hate about yourself? And getting more specific is key, because I can look at someone, maybe I just got in a fight with a romantic partner or a sibling or a family member or a friend, and I can look at that person, and in the heat of the moment, I can say, what is their biggest flaw? Like what can I not stand about them right now? And for me, for a while, the thing that was coming up was dishonesty. And so I had to work a lot with that. It's like, gosh, am I dishonest? Like, yeah, I can see ways that like I bend the truth or this or that, but really when you bring it back to in what ways am I dishonest with myself? So I'm dishonest with myself when, I say I'm going to do yoga 5 days a week and I go one, or I don't go at all, or I go 4 days a week. That's still dishonest to me. Like, I don't, like, I know that I am more than that. Or I'm dishonest with myself when, um, I intuitively get the hint that that person I probably should, stay away from. And then I'm like, hey, can I get your number? Like, kind of a funny example, but like, just these things. It's like, how do we disregard our intuition? So for me, it was dishonesty for a while. I'm sure it'll come up again at some point when it's, coming up. Um, but, just having the reflection of Trump right now, and just seeing like all of this like selfishness in clients and in myself, and um, just really wanted to put that out there and say like, where can you integrate these parts of yourself that you don't want to see? And if there's someone that you can't stand, what can't you stand about them, and how do you do that to yourself? So let me know what you think about this. I just want to say a huge thank you to one of my mentors and close friends, David War, who has given me some of these tools and really helped me integrate the parts of myself that I have not wanted to see for so long. So thank you. And thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think. Comment, private message, like, share, whatever you want to do. Love you.